It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is the morning edition for Wednesday, the 29th of March. I'm James Spann, nice and quiet today, but potential for some very active weather late tomorrow and tomorrow night. Severe storms possible statewide as the models have come in more aggressive with the severe weather potential. Another chance of strong to severe storms Monday of next week as this active wave train continues. So many things to talk about. So here we go. Obviously, a very impressive upper trough is located west of the state. And that will be setting up the severe weather opportunity late tomorrow and tomorrow night. That was a radar coming out of Oklahoma City early this morning. They've got non-severe storms in progress there, but later today, things heat up again west of the state. Early this morning, 50s and 60s on the board, Birmingham at 65. We'll expect a high in the low and mid-80s today, very warm. Around the nation, again, fairly seasonal for late March. There's the watch warning map. Around the nation, got some wind issues out west. Otherwise, things are pretty quiet. But again, things will heat up later today. We have an enhanced risk of severe weather west of the state. Much of Arkansas, North Louisiana, South Missouri, and some of the adjacent states. The highest tornado probabilities today are over northern Arkansas and southern Missouri at 10% circle. But this is our issue. This is the day 2 convective outlook. This is for late tomorrow night. And you can see the guys have now put a moderate risk up. Take a closer look at this where we are. That moderate risk clips the northwestern corner of Alabama, up around the shoals. We have an enhanced risk down to about Gordo and Carbon Hill and Huntsville. And then the standard risk, the slight risk, all the way down to near Ashland, Montgomery, and Atmore. And then a marginal risk on to the east. And, of course, we'll discuss this as we go, but that's pretty impressive here. This is the probabilities, and basically it's a 50-50 chance of severe weather within 25 miles of a given point in that moderate risk area. North Mississippi, West Tennessee, the northwestern corner of Alabama. And there could be a few strong tornadoes in that zone as well, just north and west of here. And the day 3 outlook, this is for Friday. The models are much quicker in getting this thing out of here. We'll be fine on Friday, a marginal risk well to the east. And we could see more severe weather Monday of next week, but that's not been defined yet with the SPC. Now, this is good. Rain, we're still in drought conditions, and this is suggesting the state will receive anywhere from 2 to maybe 5 inches between now and Wednesday of next week. But let's dive in and check this thing out. This is the GFS, the 06C run at 1 o'clock this afternoon. This is at 500 millibars. You see the trough to the west, surface low around Tulsa. And again, severe storms are possible along and east of the dry line. And obviously for Arkansas, North Louisiana, far eastern Texas, East Oklahoma. Very active day. But for us, just warm and dry. I guess during the peak of the daytime heating process, there might be a few isolated showers, but the chance of any one spot getting wet, pretty small. But tomorrow, here we go. You can see the strong upper trough, very good dynamic support. Surface low deepens, 997 millibars near St. Louis. So let's get in there and take a look at this thing. This is the reflectivity tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. And we do have some convection on the Gulf Coast, and that's one of the things we've looked at. Could that cut off the inflow? But instead of showing just this big mass down there, this shows a much narrow line of storms. And if this verifies, probably no big impact. And you can see those cellular-type storms over northwest Alabama, northeast Mississippi. This is the 3-kilometer high-resolution NAM. And again, this is 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. And where you see those storms, obviously, they could be severe, and we're going to have to watch these things. Take a look at some of the severe weather parameters. This is the low-level jet, about 5,000 feet off the ground. Numbers easily exceed 50 knots. Winds 5,000 feet off the surface, they're screaming. This is the Cape, and these numbers are curiously moderate. The Cape values are about 1,500 joules per kilogram over the northwestern part of the state. Now, down around Mobile, there's no Cape because they've had a band of storms to come through there. But clearly, that's sufficient for severe storms. Not overwhelming, but sufficient. Bulk shear, Very impressive numbers here. That certainly would support some rotating updrafts. Let's look at the significant tornado parameter at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And boy, those numbers are pretty high. This is almost up to 5 units over east and northeast Mississippi and extreme northwest Alabama. And again, that certainly is a red flag for the possibility of tornadoes. This is the updraft helicity product. And again, this can be good, this can be bad. This is a newer product. But again, you can see the greatest potential for rotating storms would be over east in northeast Mississippi and the northwestern corner of Alabama. And finally, a forecast sounding. This is coming from West Alabama tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. And again, pretty good directional shear. The STP there is looks like 2.5. And again, that's certainly a tornado type sounding. So this is what we're putting out. Main window for severe weather, 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon until 3 a.m. Friday. Highest tornado threat will be in the obviously moderate and the enhanced risk area over northwest Alabama. Could there be an isolated tornado in the slight risk? Yes. But the main threat as you go farther east will be shifting to hail and strong winds. So obviously it's going to be a busy evening and night tomorrow in the weather office, and you know what to do. You got to hear warnings, but be sure and let your friends know that we might see some severe storms, and they need to have a way of getting the message. Now, this is Friday. Things lift out a lot quicker here. In fact, if this is right, the sky becomes really mostly sunny on Friday with a high in the 70s. The storms exit during the pre-dawn hours, and we'll reflect that in the forecast. And a beautiful weekend coming up. Saturday could not be better. Sunny. We start the day in the upper 40s and low 50s. The high will be in the 70s. And Sunday, partly sunny and warm, a chance we see low 80s, but already the wave train is cranking them out. Next one off to the west, and here's Monday. Pretty good trough to the west, a deep surface low over east Oklahoma, and that would suggest a chance of severe weather Monday of next week. So once we get past tomorrow night, we'll focus on that, and this is Tuesday, get into a dry slot, and then Wednesday we're dry and pleasant. But Thursday, here comes the next one in the wave train, and that would suggest a chance of severe weather. And finally, this is the end of next week, Friday the 7th, troughing a little east of here, and we're getting into a dry slot. Peak of the numbers, nothing extraordinary. Highs mostly in the 70s, lows mostly in the 40s and 50s. Still no sign of that late season cold snap, but I'm telling you it's coming. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes of the blog. The next video here by 4 o'clock this afternoon. If you can't catch us this evening on ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and God bless.